Join me as I dive deep into the mysterious disappearance of the man who knew too much, and see if I can uncover the secrets that have been hidden for so long. In the world of true crime and unsolved mysteries, there are cases that stand out for their sheer intrigue and baffling circumstances. One such case that has left investigators and the public alike scratching their heads is the disappearance of a man who possessed knowledge that could have brought down empires. The investigation into his vanishing was met with a wall of silence from those closest to him, and the authorities were left with more questions than answers. The more they dug, the more they realized that this was no ordinary missing persons case. The man's disappearance sent shockwaves through the community, leaving those who knew him reeling. His friends and family were left to pick up the pieces, but even they seemed reluctant to shed light on the circumstances surrounding his disappearance. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, the trail went cold, and the case was left to gather dust. The implications of his disappearance were far-reaching, and those who knew him were left to wonder if they had ever really known him at all. The lack of leads and the silence from those closest to him made it seem like the case was doomed from the start. The investigators were left to piece together a timeline of events, but every avenue they pursued seemed to lead to a dead end. It was as if the man had vanished into thin air, leaving behind only whispers and speculation. His disappearance sparked a multitude of theories, from foul play to witness protection, but none of them seemed to stick. The more the investigators delved into the case, the more they realized that they were dealing with something much more sinister. As the months dragged on, the case became a cold, hard reality for those affected by it. The man's disappearance had left a gaping hole in the lives of those who knew him, and the not knowing was eating away at them. The authorities were left to confront the possibility that they might never find the truth, and that the man's secrets would remain locked away forever. The case was a stark reminder that sometimes, even with the best efforts, the truth can remain elusive. The man at the center of the mystery was a charismatic figure, known for his sharp intellect and his ability to uncover secrets that others couldn't. He had made a career out of digging up dirt and exposing the truth, but it seemed that he had finally bitten off more than he could chew. Those who knew him described him as a complex character, driven by a fierce determination to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. His background was shrouded in mystery, with whispers of connections to clandestine organizations and shadowy figures. As the investigation progressed, it became clear that the man had been playing with fire, and that his disappearance was more than just a simple case of foul play. Theories began to emerge that he had stumbled upon something much bigger, something that threatened to bring down those in power. The more the investigators dug, the more they realized that this was a case that went far beyond a simple missing persons report. It was a case that threatened to expose the dark underbelly of those who wielded power. But what exactly did the man know, and what were the implications of his disappearance? As the pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place, a sinister picture emerged, one that threatened to upend everything we thought we knew about the case. It turned out that the man had been digging into a web of deceit and corruption that went all the way to the top. His disappearance was not just a random act of violence, but a calculated move to silence him. The revelation sent shockwaves through the community, and those who knew him realized that they had never really known him at all. The man's disappearance was no longer just a mystery, but a conspiracy that threatened to expose the dark secrets of those in power. As the truth began to unravel, it became clear that his disappearance was just the tip of the iceberg, and that there was much more to the story than met the eye. The case of the man who knew too much is a stark reminder that sometimes, the truth is more sinister than we can imagine. It's a case that leaves us with more questions than answers, and one that will haunt us for years to come. As we piece together the fragments of the man's life, we are left to wonder what he knew, and what secrets he took to the grave. So, what do you think happened to the man who knew too much? Leave your theories in the comments below, and if you're new here, consider subscribing for more unsolved mysteries and true crime cases. And if you want to explore more mysteries, check out my video on the baffling case of the Dyatlov Pass incident. Thanks for watching.